Okay. Compassionate teachers fill a void left by working parents who aren't able to devote enough attention to their children. Teachers don't just teach. They can be vital personalities who help young people to mature, to understand the world, and to understand themselves. A good education consists of more than useful facts and marketable skills. Charles Platt.
The mediocre teacher tells. The good teacher explains. The superior teacher demonstrates. The great teacher inspires. William Arthur Ward. Good evening and welcome to the 2017 Teacher of the Year ceremony. My name is Omari Tatum. I'm a junior at AC Prep at Southeast.
And I'm Adriana Schoonover, and I am a senior at Lincoln College Preparatory Academy. Tonight, on behalf of all of our fellow students, we want to say thank you to teachers for your time and sacrifice. Tonight, we want to honor you, your coworkers, and the entire profession of teaching, because teachers change lives.
The award ceremony will begin after dinner, but first, a few words from our board chair, Melissa Robinson.
If you plan for a year, plant a seed. If for 10 years, plant a tree. If for 100 years, teach the people. When you sow a seed once, you will reap a single harvest. When you teach the people, you will reap 100 harvests. Good evening, and thank you. Thank you for choosing KCPS. Thank you for putting our students first, and thank you so very much for changing lives. I'd like to reiterate that what you do now will reap benefits far beyond our lifetimes. It has been far too long since Kansas City Public Schools has done something like this, and it's so refreshing to see us honoring our wonderful teachers at such a beautiful venue with so much pomp and circumstance. As board chair, I want you to know that this is the school board's focus to continue supporting you and honoring all of you who have a positive impact on the lives of our young people each and every day. So thanks again, and enjoy the evening. After all, it's all about you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson.
And now a few words from our superintendent, Dr. Bedell.
There's no word in the language I revere more than teacher. My heart sings when a kid refers to me as his teacher, and it always has. I've honored myself and the entire family of man by becoming a teacher. Pat Conroy, Prince of Tides. So as you might have heard, I started my career as a teacher. In fact, it was a second and third grade teacher. I was a second and third grade teacher. Pretty intimidated my first year as a teacher, looking in the eyes of 28 to 30 young kids that I knew their livelihood was in my hands. And remembering those days fuels me to fight for each of you today. Yes, I have not lost perspective of what happens in the trenches and how difficult the work is for each and every single one of you who serve our children. I want you to know that this administration will fight for equity between school districts in the metro area. We will fight for equity in your school buildings. We will fight for equity in your classrooms. We will fight for equity for your students. We will instill the attitude amongst central office and all in the school district that we are here for one reason, and that one reason is to simply support you and all who are on the front lines each day, changing the lives of our kids for the better. Tonight's ceremony is about honoring all the work you do and the endless hours you work to fight for KCPS kids. So before we get to the awards, let's enjoy this food. Eat up and enjoy, everyone. We're in for a fun night.
Can I have your attention, please? We are about to start our award ceremony.
But before that begins, we have a special performance by the Lincoln Poets, Lincoln College Preparatory Academy Louder Than a Bomb poetry team. First to perform is Aisha.
My name is Aisha Reed, and this piece is entitled Our Children Are the Future. A woman, polished and perfected into a rose amongst many in the garden of generations. She pops her biblical fruit open to another seedling who begins to thrive on its mother's roots, developing into another child of an untouched raw generation. My father tells me children are the future. I speak for many of my once raw generation when I say that I, as a developing seed, have been watered and wilted and fed and stepped on and hopeless, hoping for some light to guide me up. I, as a developing seed, am still learning. In a generation, we are still learning to become teachers while we look up to those who must teach us the right ways. My father tells me that children are the future. And I watch my classmate get frustrated when the gym coach tells him to pull his pants up. Boy, who in the world taught you to sag like that? What job do you expect to get looking that way if you are not drug dealing? And if you are drug dealing, how do you expect to run for your life when you are tripping over the denim wrapped around your knees, wishing that you just listened in the first place? Now the future is in prison. Children are tripping over themselves, and I read the messages between a 13-year-old girl and a boy she calls daddy. I hear my doctor telling me to protect the diamond ring between my legs, and I try to tell this girl the same thing. With my voice escalating to a scream, trying to convince her that she does not need a man to ever be happy, that she does not owe a boy anything if he decides to give her attention. I want her to learn that beauty is not obtained by hearing it roll off the tongue of masculinity. And I taste the salt and mascara in her tears as she takes on another pound of makeup. Now the future does not know how to feel beautiful in its own skin. The future may have parents working day and night, drowning in a pool of blood, sweat, and tears just to keep the hot water running and a plate of food on the table so the future does not starve and freeze to death. The future may not even have parents, but only siblings to fight for and develop with. Our children may not even have a way to get the pencil or paper needed to get their names on a graduation certificate. So bear with them when they ask you for something to write with, because only the past knows how hard it is to keep up with a pen, let alone find one in the first place. The future, whether they admit it or not, looks up to anyone who will make time enough to show them how to grow into another beauty in the garden of generations. I, a developing seed, will burst into a rose of my own someday. Will nurture those who come after me. They are a divine destiny. Teach them to make 2 bunny ears and a loop to tie their shoes. Or that it's I before E, except after C, except when said A, as in neighbor or way. Teach them that it is tough love because it gets the job done. But a little TLC is also a necessity because tender love and care is all a few flowers need to grow proper. Teach them that to walk with your shoulders back and chin up high is to be confident. But to understand that still knowing how to be humble is to be beautiful in a world of this nature. As teachers, we must show them how to love our gardens. And if you have heard nothing else that I've said, listen when a part of the future stands before you to say that you do not have to be a teacher in a classroom to be a teacher. And to my teachers, you are appreciated for the work that you do, but you are not done learning yet. And I praise you to keep guiding the children of the future.
Hello. My name is Marjay, and this poem is called 10 Things I Want to Say to Black Girls. 1. I hope a man never lays his sinful hands on your sanctified temple, making your holy walls crumble. I pray he never crucifies your divine body, too. You are more than just a holographic vessel that produces unwanted mixed babies and martyrs, a hood rat, hoochie mama, an unsophisticated denomination of a woman. 3. This is a public service announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, no. You may not touch our hair. We are not exotic animals because they don't know that there is witchcraftery in it. The way it coils to our shoulders and flies, liberated from inches of Brazilian that reflects the sun like a painting. And to my au naturel sisters with the Cantu moisturizer with the pick with the fist at the end, I see you do. 4. Light skin versus dark skin is an infamous myth to work our way right back into segregation because being light skin isn't a prize, being dark skin isn't a crime, and being dark skin isn't a prize, and being light skin isn't a prize. And if you're pro-black, you must stand in all shades of melanin. 5. They try to label us ghetto as if we were Section 8 housing, stealing furniture given to us from generation to generation. And cultural appropriation becomes the hottest trend, like black bodies being laid to rest, plagiarizing our God-given features with filters and surgery. And my Aunt Zora always told me, on days when your twist out don't flare out right and your edges are being downright disrespectful, when I woke up like this, don't make you feel flawless, baby girl. You better remember that you are blessed with such a beauty that people are dying to achieve it. 6. This is for the black girls with hair like tall grass, with spines like tree trunks, with skin like the darkness, warm and welcoming. This is for the black girls with hips like Mount Everest, with thighs like Africa, with stretch marks like history lessons. This is for the black girls with accents thicker than muddy water, with infinite freckles and big noses. This is for black girls who are afraid to be black. This is for black girls who are not fully black. This is for us. 7. There is no way each of us can be born with so much magic because haters will say it's fake. 8. Does my dark skin offend your unorthodox eyes? The way it doesn't burn in the sun but glistens because she is a distant relative? Or the way it makes a statement every time I enter the room? 9. Black girls never stop being black girls because honestly, without you in this world, it wouldn't even function properly. 10. I hope you're not afraid of the darkness, are you? Oh.
Can we have another quick round of applause for the Lincoln Poetry team? The Lincoln Poets team will go on this summer to compete nationally at Brave New Voices in San Francisco.
At this time, we will now have Assistant Superintendent of School Leadership, Dr. Anthony Lewis.
Good evening. After that, I almost forgot what I was supposed to be up here for. It's amazing. There's an old saying that the course of civilization is a race between catastrophe and education. In a democracy such as ours, we must make sure that education wins the race. John F. Kennedy. As he said, my name is Anthony Lewis, Assistant Superintendent of School Leadership. And before I get into what I was called up here to do, I do want to take a personal point of privilege to congratulate all of our Teacher of the Year honorees for this evening. And I wish I had time to really talk about some of the things that I've seen in some of these teachers' classes. And you know, the true litmus test for me is that when I walk into a classroom, I ask myself, is this a class that I would want my child in? If the answer is unequivocally yes, then that's an amazing teacher. And I can tell you from the teachers that are in this building, if I've been in your classroom, the answer for me is yes. As a matter of fact, my son's teacher actually is a Teacher of the Year candidate. And I also will say, before I get into my remarks, that I just learned this, that one of our Teacher of the Year nominees about maybe 6 years ago actually trained a teacher. That teacher is also an honoree this evening. So that's just a true testament. It's indeed a true testament to the caliber of teachers that we have here in Kansas City Public Schools. Now back to my script. Before we recognize the Teachers of the Year, I know this is a Teacher of the Year banquet, we would definitely want to take a minute to honor our KCPS Principal of the Year. And this is so befitting because today is actually National Principals Day. And so, if you don't mind, if you are a KCPS principal, will you please stand and be recognized? On behalf of the School Leadership Department, we definitely want to thank you for all the work that you do and all the countless number of hours that you do spend in your building. And now for our KCPS Principal of the Year honorees. Our first finalist is Mr. Douglas Bolden of Northeast High School. Please give him a round of applause as he comes forward. Please give him a round of applause as he comes to the stage. Mr. Bolden's nominee says this: Mr. Bolden leads and supports rigorous staff development sessions and promotes instruction that is engaging, relevant, and innovative. He encourages teachers to use data to differentiate instruction and or to reteach students who might not have understood the lessons the first time. Mr. Bolden also understands the value of community-wide engagement. He values the school's alumni, regularly meets with neighborhood organizations such as the Mattie Road Center, and invites groups into the schools to give students different cultural experiences. And if Mr. Bolden was on this stage at this mic introducing himself, he would say, "I am the extremely proud principal of Northeast High School." Mr. Doug Bolden. Our second finalist is Mr. Anthony Madry of Central Academy of Excellence. Love, honor, and respect became the values of Central Academy of Excellence when Anthony Madry took the reins of the school in 2016. Staff collaboration and support for all students are at the heart of his administrative style. His care for individuals allows the staff and school community to feel comfortable and focus on solutions. Mr. Madry has also changed the culture of Central Academy by tirelessly reaching out to community partners. Tom Jordan once said that he was the hardest working man in show business. I believe Anthony Madry is the hardest working principal in Kansas City Public Schools. Mr. Anthony Madry. Our third finalist, Ms. Linda May of Success Academy at Knott's. Mrs. May treats all students and parents with respect as individuals. She is concerned about what works best for the child individually, as well as what works best for the entire class. Mrs. May offers support and provide resources to her staff as well as her parents. She walks through the halls and visits classrooms to ensure that all is progressing as it should be. She is always open to questions or concerns and is great at facilitating productive conversations. A normal day at Success Academy at Knott's, you may find a parent crying on the shoulders of Mrs. May because she's just that compassionate and she's just that supportive of not only her staff and students, but also her parents. Mrs. Linda May. I think it was Colin Powell that has probably the greatest definition of leadership that I've ever seen, and he said something to the effect of this, is that true leadership is getting someone to follow you when they don't even know where they're going. And these three individuals definitely exemplify that definition. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. Let's hope I don't have a Steve Harvey moment here. Our 2017 KCPS Principal of the Year, Ms. Linda May.
Good evening. Not often am I a person without words, but tonight I'm without words because I'm not accepting this award just for myself. I'm accepting this award for my students, my parents, and for my staff who work tirelessly to assure that our students at Success Academy at Knott's Alternative Elementary Building receive the same and equitable services and instructional practices as any other student in our district. So to Dr. Bedell, board president, school leadership, and to all who serve in the Kansas City Public Schools, I want to say thank you, and thank you.
My name is Morgan Comfort, and I teach second grade at Hale Cook Elementary. I teach because I have a huge passion for kids and their learning. Yay!
My name is Cindy Rennick. I am a teacher at Hartman Elementary. I teach fourth grade, and I teach because I love working with children.
Okay, I'm Sandra Dixon. I teach at George Melcher Elementary School, and I teach here because I love it.
Hi, my name is Suzanne Kleiser. I teach at Lincoln College Preparatory Academy. I am the Latin teacher here. I teach Latin Exploratory, Latin 1, Latin 2, Latin 3, Latin 4, Latin 5, Latin 6, and Latin 7. And I teach because I just really enjoy teaching my subject to my kids. I love to see them learn and grow, and just being with kids in general.
I'm Keith Engel. I teach Principles of Engineering here at Manual Tech. And I teach because I want these kids to become productive members of society.
Hi, I'm Jody Bryson. I'm teacher of the year from Trail Woods. I teach because I want to make a difference in kids' lives and work with these amazing people.
My name is Christine Zonka, and I'm the fourth grade teacher at Faxon Elementary. And I teach because I love children and because my mom was a teacher. This is my 29th year, and I love teaching in the urban area. It's my calling. It's what I'm meant to do.
Hi, my name is Monica Thomas, and I teach sixth grade at Longfellow Elementary School. And I teach because children are our future. I believe that it is my responsibility to prepare our students to be productive members of society.
Hi, my name is Michelle Aguirre Hill, and I am a kindergarten teacher here at Foreign Language Academy, and I'm originally from Puerto Rico, and the reason why I decided to become a teacher is because I knew I would have the opportunity to impact the life of many of our children and help them become better and successful citizens and help us strengthen our community.
My name is Melissa Zirkle. I teach 3rd grade at Whittier Elementary School. I teach because I believe in my English language learners and refugees that are students in our classroom. When they exit our 4 walls, they will be prepared to address the systemic and systematic oppression that occurs beyond our classroom.
Hi, my name is Amy Bristow. I teach 6th grade at James Elementary. I've been teaching for 21 years and I teach to make a difference in students' lives.
My name is Lauren Boss. I teach government at Southeast High School. I teach because I hope to help kids achieve all the things that they hope to do.
My name is Ben Richardson. I teach at East High School. I teach 11th grade American Government, AP Government, and Economics and Personal Finance. And I teach to help impact and improve the lives of young people.
Hello, I'm Tom Woodard, Northeast High School. I enjoy all these young people, and that's why I'm here. So, yes, thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah Hohenschel, and I teach 5th grade ELA at Gladstone Elementary. And I teach because the children make my heart happy.
Hello, I'm Siobhan Robinson from Truth Elementary School. I teach special education 5th and 6th grade. The reason I teach is because I like to change lives. I like the eureka moment. I like to see my kids out in the community changing other lives.
Hi, my name is D'Amico Woods, and I teach Algebra 1 at Central Academy of Excellence, 16 years, and I teach because it is my calling, it is my ministry, it is what I love to do.
Coming next to the stage, we have Dr. Trinity Davis, the Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum, Instruction, and Professional Development.
Good evening. Let us remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. Malala Yousafzai. Good evening, I'm Trinity Davis, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum, Instruction, and Professional Development. KCPS truly has the best teachers in the world, truly. Congratulations, and once again, thank you for all that you do. Now we're going to recognize all Teachers of the Year nominees. As we call your name, please come to the stage and receive your award. Lauren Boss, for Southeast High School. Thomas Woodward, Northeast High School. He could not attend tonight. I'll take his award on his behalf. Ben Richardson, East High School. D'Amico Woods, Central Academy of Excellence. Suzanne Kleiser, Lincoln College Preparatory Academy. David Warren, Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary. Karen Moyer, Harold L. Holliday Senior Montessori School. Christine Zonka, Faxon Elementary School. Kathleen Belkey, Border Star Montessori School. Melissa Zirkle, Whittier Elementary School. Jody Bryson, Trailwoods Elementary School. Sandra Castillo, Primavito Garcia Elementary School. Siobhan Robinson, Troost Elementary School. Cynthia Rennick, John T. Hartman Elementary School. She could not attend tonight. Amy Bristow, James Elementary School. Michelle Hill, Aggie Ray. Foreign Language Academy. Donetta Smith, Pitcher Elementary School. Monica Thomas, Longfellow Elementary School. Morgan Comfort, Hell Cook Elementary, sorry. Tina Shea, Wendell Phillips at Addicts. Sandra Dixon, George Melcher Elementary School. Keith Engel, Manual Career and Technical Center. Della Judy, Woodland Early Learning Community School. Robert Mead, Success at Anderson. Lakeisha Paul, Success at Knott's. Kathy Fry, Garfield Elementary School. Sarah Hohenschel, Gladstone Elementary School. Neil, please pose for pictures.
And now we will have a performance from Sam Brown from Paseo Academy of the Fine and Performing Arts. Thank you very much, Sam Brown. Can we have another quick round of applause?
Our next presenter is a former teacher.
And now the manager of the communications department, please welcome Justin Robinson.
In a completely rational society, the best of us would be teachers, and the rest of us would have to settle for something less. Lee Iacocca. Well, now the moment that you all been waiting for. We are now going to introduce you to first the Teacher of the Year finalist, and then announce the winner. Now, over the last couple of weeks throughout this process, the Teacher of the Year finalists had to fill out an extensive application package. Then they had to come in for an interview, and then I got to visit them in their classroom. I can tell you that we truly have some amazing teachers. When you see how they interact with their students in their classrooms, truly amazing to watch. First, our first finalist, Ms. Grace Foreman.
Got a vision that no one else sees. A lot of dirty work, roll up your sleeves. Remember, there's a war out there, so come prepared to fight.
So 8 is our denominator for the improper fraction. Now, if you look at the image that they gave you, how many 8s?
Grace Foreman, and I teach 4th grade at J.A. Rogers. This job is so different from other professions. You have to have that internal motivation, I think, because people aren't in here every day seeing my performance. I don't get observed that often, so if the ship is sinking, I'm the one who knows it. So I should be the one to change it.
And she just like makes stuff fun for us. She just makes like the boring stuff fun. Sometimes if it's boring, she just throws something else in and just make it fun. She'll do something silly but she'll still stay on the teaching lane.
I see 3/3, so how many holes are there?
Silent love, and that's just if someone gets stumped on something, we just like give them love to like encourage them to keep on doing their work and understanding.
Cultivates this idea that we're a community and everyone is supposed to learn, not just the people who always want to raise their hand. And sometimes it really is just that kid needs a little bit more time to think. And so giving them that love is keeping everyone engaged, showing them that you support them, and then that kid is getting that extra time to think through what they need to do.
Jason.
Look at them. When you saw how much they were raising their hands and they wanted to learn, they're little sponges. They want to be taught. They want to have the structure. They want to succeed, and they want to, when they take tests, they want to see themselves grow. And so that happening for them on a personal level makes me want to be here every day.
I was very excited for her because she's an amazing teacher. She works really hard in class, and yeah, she's an amazing. She perseveres, and she's amazing.
It seems kind of surreal. It means a lot because it means that all those hours that I've put in have been recognized. And it's so easy to feel like an island in my room. And it's really, really nice to understand that people appreciate what I'm doing. And it started in my building, so that means people here recognize that I'm working hard, and it means a lot.
Ms. Warren should be Teacher of the Year because 1, she's awesome. 2, she helped a lot of us grow out the years. And 3, she's just a fun teacher, and I think she should be rewarded for just doing that.
Grace Foreman, please stand. Our second finalist, Mr. Derek Wiggins from Carver Dual Academy Dual Language School.
That we have each other. for that we have each other.
Hey, listen up, listen up.
Hey, what's up?
So my name is Derek Wiggins. I teach third grades, English language arts and social studies. Well, culture is something that we're trying to work on a lot, and the big thing that we're trying to focus on right now is how we have ownership to each other and responsibility to each other. Just last week we were practicing empathy, and the idea that we have to feel what other people feel and understand each other's feelings so that we can have a stronger community.
He brings a lot of kindness. Like he teaches about last week and this week he's teaching us about empathy, and he makes us do a lot of good stuff, and then he teaches us about a lot of important things. What I learned of him is that everybody is the same, but something about them is different.
And the first thing I'm thinking to myself is, why would the author use the word treasure? After school, I'll work, almost specifically, I work with those whose parents speak only Spanish, and the idea is to be able to help build after-school study skills, those good habits, and also be able to access education still, even when no one at home is able to help. Like, this is a routine you can establish at home. These are some things you can do with your kids, something to be a solid learner on their own at home. That's the idea.
He's been nice to me. He's been helping me with all those words up there, and I'm having a little trouble on my spelling, and he's trying to get me there to where I need to be.
That Allison and Zach are doing an excellent job of tracking our leader right now. I think that what education can be is a way for all of us to be able to learn, to all of us be able to push forward. And what that might take then is us putting up our resources and energy into making sure that education is serving those who has not served. That when we look at particular communities, is the education we provide to them working towards their benefit, to move them economically, to move them socially, and our school systems addressing what's happening in those communities to make sure that that growth is made. There are so many people in the school I look up to, so many people for who I'm still getting a lot of knowledge from, and I think to myself, if anyone should be a teacher for the year, it should be in these people who I myself am still looking up to. I'm only in my 4th year teaching, and there are a lot of people who have a lot more experience than me, who have a lot of talents that I really look up to. So a little embarrassed, but also, I feel humbled to be appreciated and noticed by anybody, and that they see the skills that I have, and I look so forward to them, so I feel humbled.
He should be Teacher of the Year because he's nice. We do a lot of projects, and then he helps us learn more. He's the best teacher I ever had.
I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the end. I will rise 1,000 times, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up.
Our third and final finalist from Central Middle School, Mr. Arjun Ravindran.
Change comes when all take a stand now. Stand up, stand up. Martin's speech still echoes in my brain. Every shade was beautifully made.
This is Janisha. She found the same slope 333. But what did you use, Janisha, for X and Y?
My name is Arjun Ravindran, and my position is 8th grade math teacher at Central Middle School. It's definitely energetic. We like to keep it moving, keep it loud, keep kids awake that way. I try to make it as engaging as possible through games, through breaking it down into more real-world terms that my students can relate to. And it's also all about positivity. I have to model that positivity so I can elicit that from students.
We were playing Kahoot. It's a really competitive game. It's where we answer like questions that we already learned about, and then they put us in places like first, second, and whoever wins, he gives us like candy and stuff. I'm always in first. I know I couldn't do that before I came here. Well, at my old school before I came here, I did really bad in math, and when I came here, I understand my work more, and I get more A's than I did at my old school.
All right, these questions are all going to be based on the math questions. When you turn in your paper, I'm going to expect to see work shown at the bottom of the paper.
My grandfather, he was an educator in India for several decades in India. He's now 102 years old and he lives in the United States. And he has inspired me to become an educator, which was a little bit outside of the norm from my siblings and my cousins who all went into medicine. But it's cool now at family reunions. I'm the only one with something new to talk about.
He helped a lot of students. He's a leader in the school, honestly. He don't like any of the kids that he teaches or any kid in the school be late. He knows how to talk to you. He'll talk to you about any problem if you ask me. So if you had a problem, you can talk to him about it.
All right, J equals $40 H. Describe.
I work with kids right in that classroom who challenge me, who inspire me, who make me want to come here every single day, because when students understand complex material, their faces light up, the flash of pride in their eyes when a student has been challenged by this same concept over and over again, but then finally it clicks, and then it's this eureka moment, and they want to share it with literally everybody. And when they can explain it, that's when they fully have mastery, and that's what I live for. The nomination made me extremely proud. I'm so proud. It was validation that my hard work was being recognized, and I felt incredibly proud by that. But I also, I'm doing it not just for myself, it's definitely for all of Central. It's for my amazing colleagues and administrators, and for our students.
He's a good teacher. You can believe that, he's a good teacher. He helps a lot. He also helps me throughout the whole school year. I come too far to mess up now. I don't think I'm gonna mess up now.
I think he deserves the spot because he's a really good math teacher at this school, and he's helped me grow a lot since I switched schools.
Can all three of our finalists stand up one more time and give one more round of applause for our three finalists? Well, before we announce the winner, we have to tell you what they're going to win. And so for that, our Callis Fund Director, Ms. Nicole Collier-White, please come to the stage.
A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. Henry Brooks Adams. Good evening, and on behalf of the district's Educational Foundation, I first want to say congratulations to all of the teachers and principals for being nominated. And I want to thank you for the great work that you do to support our students every single day in the classroom. I'm not there. Superintendent's not in the classroom every day, the administrative staff isn't there, but you are. You see those faces every day, you hear their needs, and you provide that impact. So we thank you deeply for that service. The Catalyst Fund strives to improve educational outcomes and prepare students to become confident, competent, and engaged learners. And we do that by investing in teachers. We understand that teachers truly are the catalyst of change and our difference. And we're not the only ones that notice that teachers really make the difference. And so we do have several sponsors that decided to donate to this wonderful event today. The first one I want to recognize is my fellow board member. I have Mr. Bill Kauffman, who's on the Catalyst Fund board. If you can stand really quickly, be recognized. So the Catalyst Fund acquired a $5,000 donation to this event. They personally donated $500 and a restaurant gift card. Our next one is going to be Cellar and Loft. It is a restaurant that decided to donate $50 as well as a couple of bottles of wine today. Our next sponsor is going to be Staples. If you look in the center of your table, you'll see tons of wonderful goodies, school supplies. All of that has been donated by Staples, and if you are a teacher at that table, you are more than welcome to take those items and use them in your classroom. Next, we have Grand Canyon University, and we actually have some wonderful representatives here. If you all will might stand and be recognized. So Grand Canyon donated $1,500 to this event, as well as all of the Principal of the Year finalist gift baskets. So thank you, Grand Canyon. Next, we have our Office of Students in Transition. The books that you see in the center of your tables was donated by that department, and if you picked up a nominee goodie bag, they also put some wonderful items in there as well. Everything on the table is free for you to use inside of your classroom, so please feel free to use them at the end of the event. Our next one is going to be Jostens. So Jostens was wonderful. They actually donated all of the awards that you're seeing being given out today. There's also going to be a plaque that will be in the Board of Education building. We're going to have the Teacher of the Year nominee posted on there every single year, so people who walk in those doors can see the great impact that our teachers are making. We also have a traveling trophy. So the Teacher of the Year, they're going to be able to take that back to their school and have some bragging rights until the next year when another Teacher of the Year is announced. Yes. Oh, and we actually have our wonderful Jostens representative here. Please stand up. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about what our two runners-up will receive. So they will get an $1,000 classroom grant. They will receive a $50 gift certificate. They'll receive 2 bottles of wine and a wonderful award from Jostens. And the award winner of Teacher of the Year will receive a Teach Like a Champion workshop professional development, Royal Stars of the Classroom, Teacher of the Year trophy, a wonderful Teacher of the Year ring, a traveling trophy, as I mentioned, and $5,000 cash. And again, all of this is made possible by our wonderful sponsors, so if you could just give them one more round of applause, we'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
So can our 3 finalists please come to the stage? Also, Dr. Bedell. And Miss Patty Manser. And Matthew Oates. Dr. Bedell, would you like to do the honors of opening the envelope to, well, first, actually, our finalist awards. Present the finalist awards. Derek Wiggins, Arjun Ravindran, and Grace Foreman.
Trying to make sure we don't make any mistakes up here. There's a lot at stake. Make sure I can read this correctly. The 2017 KCPS Teacher of the Year is Derek Wiggins, Carver Dual Language School.
Broken down and tired, living life on the merry-go-round. You can't find out either, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. We gon' walk it out. And I rise like the day. I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, I like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. When the silence is quiet And it feels
Mr.
like
Wiggins?
it's getting hard to breathe.
Mr. Wiggins,
And I know you feel like dying.
the mic is yours.
But I promise we would take the world to its feet.
I got a question. Do I have to stand back here? Can I move? Is that all right to talk? Or do I need to be behind the mic? Okay. First, my question is, what's the taxes on that? Come on. Teaching is such a noble profession because you guys are given such an honor, both teachers, administrators, principals, and that honor shouldn't really be taken lightly. Because you stand before your children every single day to endue them with a perspective. And the question every day should be, what perspective am I giving my students? What power am I giving them? What knowledge am I giving them? Because the truth is, education is power. It's the power to determine a mindset, a knowledge, a culture, social behavior, class, importance. And that we have that honor to be able to give that to our students every single day. I feel very honored, but more than anything, I still feel undeserving because I see all the ways in which I still need to grow, and I look up to so many other people, especially some in this room. I'm very grateful for you as well because the work you guys do helps build my own community and helps build the future I hope to have. We say that children are our future, and indeed they are, but sometimes you have to think, is that a meaning with a double saying? Whereas to say, I am not also the future, or that you are not also the future. Those mindsets that we hold continue to stay in our society so long as we are here, unless I plan on kicking the bucket real quick. But I will still be here, my thoughts will still be here, my opinions. And thus the necessity for me to grow also exists. The necessity for all of us to grow still exists. I think about what the future I want for my students. I want a future where they have a voice and they know how to use it. That when they see injustice, they speak up. Because the truth is, when injustice exists, you cannot stand by neutrally. Either you take the side of oppressor or you take the side of liberator. And so I want my children to be liberators. Not just for their own future, but for mine. Because I will be here too, as will you. I appreciate the struggle that all of you go through every single day. And the truth is, that struggle you feel is indeed struggle of oppression in education. The reason why our work is so hard, so noble, and so needed is because there's still a battle that has been going on for centuries that is still being fought by each of you in here. And I appreciate you for it. I'll give you guys a quote by one of my favorite leaders, Frederick Douglass. If there is no struggle, there is no change. Thank you.
And that concludes our evening. Thank you for coming out. Have a great night.